The time you're going to have to take before you can create this stump speech is thinking to yourself, what is important to you? What is something that people would need to know about you, about your vision, about your preferences? So, for example, I'm going to give you a great example. I just recently retired after 8 years at the last school that I was at as principal. And the assistant principal that worked with me became the principal. She was selected as principal after my retirement. One of the things that I talked to her about was, even though she and I had worked together for the last 2 years, she was not me. She was a different person. She had different outlook. She had different ways of doing things that were important to her. And so she and I sat down and I talked to her about how she was going to reintroduce herself to our staff as the principal. And so what I asked her to do was to determine some things that were going to be, what we like to call in education non-negotiables for herself with staff. So one of the things that was, I'll be quite honest with you, not as huge a deal for me was people being slightly tardy to work. That didn't bother me as long as people were where they were supposed to be, when they were supposed to be on duty, and as long as, safety was taken into consideration, all that. But being a little bit late didn't bother me. But being on time was something that is very important to the new principal. And so what I told her was that in her stump speech that she's going to be giving to our staff, staff that we had together, now it was going to be a staff that she was going to lead. She needed to tell them that that was something that was important to her.